This is so wrong. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. I woke up at 3 o'clock. Uh-oh, wrong thing. Good morning, y'all. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I laid down at 8. Called myself gonna lay down for an hour and get up and come talk to y'all, baby. No. So I just been talking to Dad this morning, and I left my notebook. Oh, it's right here. Okay. I need to clean this office, y'all. I'm gonna do it today. That's why I'm getting up early. Good morning, Auntie. What you doing now? Good morning, Miss Duncan. Good morning, everybody. Probably should turn the chat on. Monique, Tammy, everybody. Mint Chocolate, Wanda, Miss Lady SK, Shakia, I'm sorry, Miss. Good morning, Tanisha. We ain't had a morning class in a long time, but y'all was up and I was thinking. I told y'all I've been doing a lot of thinking. Good morning, everybody that I miss. Jamila, everybody with it, everybody I miss. So look at this, family. Do y'all okay? So yesterday I might have seemed off, but I told y'all he gives it to me in pieces. So trying to explain it to people, they be thinking I'm crazy, but it's okay because I'm not. I'm about to show y'all. So y'all remember yesterday we was talking about. I text you at 2 something. What you talking about? Did you, Auntie? Guess what? All my stuff is on do not disturb, but I don't get no dings and pings. You hear me? That Google Messenger thing, not Google Messenger, but Meet is the only thing that rings on my phone because that's what my kids call me on, or my iPad. But other than that, so don't kill me. I'ma look. But yeah, my stuff be on silent. Everything in here is on silent. So if I ain't looking at it, my daughter texted last night at like 8 o'clock and said she got a new phone. Baby, I ain't seen nothing. Nothing. I saw that, right? Only because I rolled over and checked my phone at like probably, I don't know, one. Sent you delicious dessert. Oh, I got them. I got them. I got them yesterday. They coming. They in there. I just stacked them up on the couch. They in here. And the people, because a lot of times I share with them, like if you get, depending on if I've already eaten one bucket or not, depending on what it is, I'll give them either a little one or if it's a whatever, if I got some. And I think they was waiting, but I brought my stuff home. Lord forgive me. Oh, thank you, Auntie. I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. Listen, I want to tell y'all something because we've been doing this a long time. Y'all changed my life. Don't ever let me make y'all feel like y'all didn't. If I ever do, I'm sorry. Y'all changed my life. For real. Every single person that has come through WOIU, y'all changed my life. And I talk to God about y'all a lot. I was just talking to him about y'all this morning. Like, dang, we really became family. Like, we grow together and the things that we learn. And I was just going back over this last 4 years and listening to my music this morning. I'm grateful for y'all. I love y'all. I mean, for real, y'all changed my life. Like, there was a time in my life where I just felt like I had gave up on me, y'all. But it was like he'll wake me up every morning. Just when you really go back and you look over your life, God has been good to us all. But sometimes we really don't sit and think about it so that we can appreciate. You hear me? Listen, we can appreciate the amazing things that He's done. You know what I mean? I'm telling y'all, when I first met y'all, listen, I knew God wanted me to do something. You're welcome. Listen, you're welcome. It's all God though, but look at I people had they sayings about what was going on in CERCA's life. I thank God all the time for you. Then you have changed my life. I'm so grateful for all that He has done in you and my family in a safe place, right? Like y'all gave me a safe place too. Because I used to get so telling people about y'all life, y'all know how people is. You can't tell people your deepest, darkest secrets and they don't go running and telling every single person they know. So for me to get up here and be able to share with y'all, and then for God to open up a space for y'all to feel safe to do the same on the end, we was acting like couldn't nobody just tap in our class. We over here talking like we in a room together, ain't nobody here but us. We telling all our business, but there are people that have been able to go back and watch our classes, and lives are still being changed. You know what I'm saying? Or being judgmental to y'all. Listen, I told y'all I gotta be worried about my soul getting in. I mean, I'm not. It's not. I'm worried about y'all too. That's why I do what I do. But baby, Second Baruch, Edra, you take any of the apocalypses, hell, the whole Bible. God was never playing with nobody, and that's what we about to talk about. So, okay, so back to this whole as as it was in the day of Noah. Now I do realize, because I did go back and watch a little bit of classes, so they probably think I'm absolutely crazy because I was saying Lamech, and I wasn't meaning to say Lamech. I was meaning to say Tubal Cain, but y'all get me, y'all know. So as in the days of Noah, this is like stuck because I'm like, well, I need to know what was happening, right? Or what, what was going on, right? Think about this. Think about what we read yesterday about the leprous white spot. How were they treated? Think about this, y'all. Come on and come down a rabbit hole with me. How were the people that had the leprous white spot, the mark of Cain, treated? All over the world, because everybody knew, because everybody lived. Adam was still alive. And 7 generations from Cain would have been Adam's 8th generation, which would have been in the days of Jared, because Jared came in the 7th or 8th generation, right? How were the people with the mark of Cain treated? Tell me. How were they treated? They were the outcast. They were the outcast. And so everybody treated them bad because their skin had lost its color. Right or wrong? That's how they knew they had the mark of Cain, because there was white patches. It basically vitiligo. That's basically what it was. But you know what I'm saying? We gon' a leprous white spot, so it might have been some type of skin disease or something like that. But for sure, we know that their skin lost color, right? They were treated badly because their skin was losing color. Anybody that had that mark was pushed out, they were treated differently, whatever else. Okay. As in the days of Noah, so it's going to be at the end times. What's going to happen to the people that don't take the mark? Tell me. The people, earlier this week I was asking God the same question regarding what are we going to see? Oh, okay. Albinos are being hunted in some countries. Very sad situation. Exactly. The people without the mark are not going to be able to go in stores. People are not going to want to be seen with them, right? They're not going to want to be seen with nobody that don't have the mark. So basically, what the Antichrist is about to do is the mark that God put on Cain and his people so that people treated them differently. Literally, he about to spin it. The people that have the mark are going to be treated good. The people that have the mark are going to be able to go into the store. The people that have the mark are going to be able to live freely and drive and do. He's reversing the roles. And it's going to be a Nephilim type being ruling at that time. Who was the kings and the rulers back then? The Nephilim. The way that God would let the Israelites go in there and slaughter the giants, they about to slaughter the people without the mark. Y'all. The same thing that was going on in Noah's days, which was that as usual, the flip-flop auntie. Everything that was going on with the giants and how God was allowing the Israelites to just go through and massacre them and do whatever, that's about to happen with us. And who's going to be in charge when this is happening? It could be half angel, half man right now. Then I thought about this, right? I just got on, and the fact that you're talking about what I dreamed about last night is mind-blowing. He woke me up at 3, Niecy Poo, and started talking to me about it. So you might have been dreaming it as he was showing it to me, because I was like, now, remember what I showed y'all about Cain's line ending in that book, and they didn't go on and tell about Cain's line after that? Right? We are in the bloodline of Jesus, no? We say that we are covered in his blood. This Antichrist person wants to end the bloodline of Jesus, does he not? His children, which is us. Do you all remember in Enoch in chapter 10 and 11 where it says, go down and get rid of the reprobates and the bastards and tie their fathers up and make them watch the massacres between their children? Do y'all remember this? It was to end the bloodline of the Nephilim, the fallen angels, was it not? Ain't that what the Titan War was? The War of the Gods. So the Nephilim that's about to come to power. And remember, they got the power that this is going to be Satan himself, so he can change. We already know Lucifer don't care about flip-flopping. He'll be a dog, a bird, a man, a woman, whatever. He don't care. He can transform into anything. So it's nothing for him to be a normal-sized man. So when this human and angel mix person takes the seat in Israel, it's bringing back the line that God sought to get rid of, that root. But we know they're not gone because we have giantism, and they say that there'd be something wrong with their pituitary gland and all of this, but we know what it really is. God marked the evil people back in that day so everybody knew who they was. The same type of cursed mark is about to go on people's heads now. Is it not? And the people that take the mark don't even know they about to curse themselves. And whatever comes along with the curse because of the mark, they're going to have to deal with it. Is this not how it was before the days of Noah? Is it? Is it? The evil people about to... And once again, they're going to have the power to massacre God's people, which is exactly what was going on before the flood. Remember, it says that the people's blood was crying up to heaven, asking God, when is you going to come and avenge us? Let's not forget, in King Og, they was eating each other and the littles. And we read in the Jubilees where it said God gave them over to be eaten by these guys. It literally says in the book of Og that they was eating the little people. And that some of the giants secretly ate, like Nimrod, secretly ate little people. What goes on in Hollywood right now? They eat kids, the little people. Secretly, though. They don't do it out in the open. They do it behind closed doors. So the most powerful people on the planet behind closed doors ate children before the flood and after the flood as well. Hello. Y'all with me, or y'all done went back to sleep? Hello. Yeah, you thinking? You said I'm. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wow. Okay. Ain't that crazy though? Something so simple, but it's about to happen again. And technically, anytime we read anything about the giants, we know for a fact that most of them came from whose line? Where did the giants come from? No, not Goliath. Goliath was only a third part giant. The flood had already happened. I'm talking about before the flood. Where'd they come from? Who is the granddaddy of the giants? Cain. So, did his line cut off? Or does it pick up with all the giants? Hello? It pick up with the giants. All the races of the giants are his grandchildren. Okay. Picks up. Just had the genetics talk with my daughter last night. Now that's crazy. Here we go. And giantism is still here. So it looks like Cain's line was cut off. But Cain's line wasn't cut off. It just became all the races of the giants, because we know for a fact I'm with you just out and about. Oh, okay. Y'all good. I'm not, I know. I see they slowing it down. Ain't that crazy? Because we already know that it was his daughters that was sleeping with the giants, and they sprang forth. They got into Seth's line. We know this. We know that they got into Seth's line later on in the fleet. But all in all, that's what if the fallen angels, it says in these books, lived in the city of Enoch, Cain started Enoch. It says that that's where Naaman was getting drunk at, on the blood of the sons of God. Remember, they said that men was turning into animals, animals was turning into men. They was sleeping with dead people, ghosts, spirits. It was magic. It was everything. Remember, that was in the city of Enoch. The city of Nod, when he started Nod and Enoch and all of that, that was his cities. It says he was the first to build homes and abodes and places came. Well, what came out of his line? He offered his daughters up to fallen angels. So they can't address Cain's line and not tell us about the alien DNA. Is that why they cut it off? They can hide it under Neanderthal or whatever, or unknown, but I just went through my thing and it was saying that there are some people in Africa that have DNA that they don't even know where it comes from. Well, we know where it comes from. And nowhere else in the world, not the Neanderthal DNA. Where did the Neanderthal DNA come from? We know where the Neanderthal DNA came from, don't we? Right. Right. When the angels went into the animals. And so there were 8 men running around. But we also know that God at the Tower of Babel, which was after the flood, made what? What did he make? When they was at the Tower of Babel and they start fighting against each other, what was 2 things that he made? Some of the people got turned into what? Ape men and elephant men. Don't they tell us that the Neanderthal DNA comes from the ape men, the ape-like people? Ain't that what they tell us? So we know they not even lying with that. But that wasn't until the days of Jared. I'm sorry, not the days of Jared, the days of Nimrod. Now, people would say they don't believe that, but Nebuchadnezzar was turned into what? God turned him into a what? A beast. So even with that, when a witch turns somebody into an animal, you think they getting back because of Nimrod? For them to take a human and turn them into a beast shows that they have some of the power that God had, right or wrong? Hello. They show you on Disney every day that some evil, wicked witch turned a human into an animal because they was mad. So what story do you think the Satanists are telling about Nebuchadnezzar? That the old bad god in the heaven, good morning day, turned their great warlock into an animal for 7 years because he was mad. See how they even spun that? We know that God turned Nebuchadnezzar into an animal because he was disobeying God and causing the Israelites and different people to stray away from him. So that's why he did that. And look at how Disney spins that. No? We know that the cities that Nebuchadnezzar was in was full of magic. They were playing God because their great-grandfathers, okay, gave out information, the heavenly secrets. They were able to control the weather, control animals, and they had special abilities, right? Now, good is bad and bad is good. God told us it would happen because he'd seen it happen before this. Literally. Everything that was before the flood is now. And it's crazy when you just go back and you just look at the simplest things right there. Okay, let me ask a question. How many people get up in the morning and light an incense, a candle, some type of smell good something in their house? Like when you first get up. I know growing up black, back in the day, the first thing the mamas used to do was get up and light incense, open the windows, and open the front door so some fresh air could come in. They'll probably put on some music. Anybody else grow up with that? My mama used to put up, she didn't do incense. She didn't like incense. She liked potpourri. So she would get up in the morning and refill her potpourri pot. Maybe sprinkle some carpet fresh around before she get ready to do what she was going to do. But whatever it was going to be a sweet smell in the morning. Not that the house stunk at night. It didn't. But this is, okay. Think about this. Okay? Because I was thinking about this morning. Like I said, my thought pattern when I'm talking to God, it be here and here and here and here. So, what do the priests do before they go in and talk to God? What they do? They light the incense. The frankincense and the myrrh. You never heard of that? Auntie, everybody in my family used to get up, they'd light an incense, get up, open the windows, open the front door, and start cleaning or cooking or whatever they was going to do. And even myself, I don't like incense, but I get up and my diffuser is normally running at night. But as soon as I get up, I'm hitting all my diffusers with some smell good. Normally, I put my gospel music on, get up, I'm going to do that, make my coffee, and, right? Right? But God said our prayers are like what? Early in the morning. He said first thing in the morning, get up and pray. And our prayers are like what? Sweet incense. So what we do here on earth, or what the people in my family have done for years. First thing in the morning, get up, worship and praise. He said worship and praise and prayer is like a sweet incense. It's like a sweet smell in his nostrils. Right? So when you see people get up and start spraying Febreze as soon as they get up, or just starting to like freshen up the whatever, right? It's just like the physical of us, the spiritual of us getting up in the morning and getting on our knees and praying. It literally starts a sweet smell in God's nostrils, which is nuts. Okay? My question to you is, what smell does complaining when you first get up put in his nostrils? Complaining about your pain instead of asking him to heal it. Complaining about how much money you got instead of asking him to bless you. Complaining about how your kids ain't right instead of asking him for the direction to be able to tell them. Complaining about your spouse because sulfur or eggs. Okay. So you just gonna take the rest of my stuff? Because demons is always complaining. They always mad. They always irritated. They're always thinking negative. And we know how he said they smell. I only use a diffuser when we're having guests. I'm gonna use them now more often, especially since I have a ton of those smell good oils. Thanks, Lil Nisi. You're welcome, Auntie. God, okay. Do you want to go in a stinky house? First thing in the morning, you want to wake up to the smell of the trash. You want to get home from a long day of work and it's stinking up. Huh? This God's house. So if you complaining about something that happened 10 years ago, the trash still there. You keep talking about you want him to come in, but you still holding on to trash from 25 years ago, 15 years ago, 7 years ago. It's stinking now. When you still holding on to sin, sinful thoughts and sinful ways, and God, why you didn't let me? Trash. Been there for a while. You still talking about something from 15 years ago of how disadvantaged you was. Even though he's giving you the breath and movement in your body to do it today, and you still not. Hello, it got real quiet in here. Hello? Can you hear me over there in TV land? I think you need to take out the trash. I'm still learning. But getting better. Dang, Auntie, I ain't even wiped the crust out my eye yet. Sorry, nephew. See, I ain't even got up and got me no water yet. Sorry. But think about that. If praise sends a sweet smell up in his nose, think about it. A person that's always bitter and you frown your nose up like you stink. A person that's always mad, you frown your nose. Maybe our spirit can smell the smell. So our face makes the face like it stink. Your spirit can feel when they foul. You don't think our spirit can smell when they foul too? Because evil spirits have a smell, do they not? So maybe the reason we turn our nose... What's wrong with you? Our spirit can smell the foul spirit that is in that other person. You hear me? You don't think that's crazy? And you want to get up. Remember when I told y'all certain people, don't let them call me in the morning, baby. No ma'am, no sir, no him, no turkey, no nothing. Because think about it. Boom. If I'm about to get up and praise and you call me with drama and I know that strife is an evil spirit, then what is that conversation smelling like in God's nostrils early in the morning? Because spirit stink and strife is the messiness. Backbiting is the going back and forth. That's a demon. You backbiting early in the morning, what that smell like to God? Instead of praising, oh my God, just told my son that if you have had a grievance with me, you should have brought it up when you were feeling it, not bring it to me when you're 35 years old. Emotions festering, auntie. I just sent my brother and him a text, get rid of old ways, grow. I should not be able to call you and know pretty much what you're going to say to me. That should not happen. And I've seen you in 10, 15 years. That should not be a thing. One of my brothers, I don't think I've seen... No. It's 14 years since I've seen him in person. 14 years since we've been able to hug or shake hands. There's no reason I could call you and you're going to say the same thing every day. There's no reason. That doesn't make any sense. I have to work on letting some old thing I build on. Oh, yeah. Can I tell you something, nephew? And I ain't even trying to put you... My parent is stuck in like the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Just born in the 50s. But she's stuck there. She says she wish she could go back. I don't want to go back to nothing. Because if I'm constantly going back, I'm never going forward. You gotta let it go. It hurts. Listen, I got some crazy stuff that I told y'all. And she still... That brooding darkness that we talked about yesterday, it lives in my mother's house. When you walk in her house, you feel like something is watching you. And it's always been like that. And my kids never used to understand it. And now they be like, yeah, you know, when you go in grandma's house, it's just like, it's dark in there. Even if all the windows are open, it's just like this looming darkness. And one of my exes, when I took him to meet my family, he felt it. He was like, that's crazy. I said, and now you know why nobody don't want to be in here. So do you think it's mean? So do you think it's a mean, weak spirit? I'm just asking because y'all be real iggy at the same time. Where is my thing? You just stay right there. Don't go nowhere, nephew. Give me your hand. Put your hand out. Don't ever ask no woman no crazy question like that. Put your hand out. This nigga said, do you think it's a mean, weak spirit? Nephew, I am not going to be graphic, but I'm about to put it to you in a sense. Let somebody kick you in your balls 10 times a day and see how happy you going to be. Or just hang something that weigh about 20 pounds from them and try to walk. You feel like your whole bottom part is about to fall out for 7 days, nephew. All the while, the muscles in your leg is straining, and then you got pain in your back, and you got a headache while being kicked in the nuts about 20 times a day. What you gonna feel? You gonna want to talk to somebody? You gonna want somebody breathing all in your ear? Is you gonna want somebody to touch you? If every 10 minutes somebody is taking their whole knee and just as hard as they can too. What you gonna feel? You gonna want to be nice to people? No, because that's what we feel every day because Eve bit that damn apple. And do you realize that my cramps used to be so bad when I was younger, nephew, I would pass out when I was a little like young. That's how bad they would be. I would pass out. And I'm just telling you so. Don't say that. It's like you in labor every month until you pregnant. For a week. You ain't never had no contract. Nisi Poo, get him that. I need you nephew right here. I need you to y'all get one of them labor birth things, and every time that she in her mean week, I need you to be on your mean week too. Can you do that for two months now? You got to keep it on, and while you at work, we gonna put that on you so she can control. So when she have a cramp, you have one. You'll be nicer to her. You'll run her bath water. You'll keep her some chocolate. You'll have some warm towels rolled up in a little warmer steamer bag thing. Get her a rice sock. I couldn't go to school either. Yeah. You gonna be nicer to her. Get her one of them, a heating pad and some whatever snacks. You see how inconsiderate y'all men is? Y'all have no idea. He said it's your be weak spirit. Yeah. I'm about to unalive you. The heck? Moving on. We live cursed every generation. We wasn't ever even supposed to feel none of that. I have stage 4 endometriosis and the pain is real. I passed out too. If these men had to feel, they'd be on their knees. Listen. You better be nicer to my niece. I was just asking. Well, now you know. Shoot. Help your homeboys. See? You get to come to the aunties and you got the answer, right? Tell your homeboys. She basically feel like her whole bottom is about to fall out. It's just like us getting kicked in our parts. So with that, treat your wife nice on her cycle. Yeah, we moody and we crazy, but it's because we are going through a lot on top of what we are. We gotta still be ourselves every single day. We still have to cater to the kids and cater to y'all and do what we gotta do. Go to work, and for 7 days or up to 7 days, some women are longer than that. They are in a horrible. Be feeling like our whole uterus is evacuate this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So our men in here, I'm grateful that nephew asked that question though, because do you know what, nephew? I'm gonna say this: it's a lot of men, they would never even ask that question or wouldn't have even said anything. But you might have just helped some men that didn't care about their wife's cycle for forever and ever and ever, never showed her any compassion or anything like that. You might just help your uncles and older cousins and stuff learn something for real in real life. So understand, you might have just taught some brothers this ear hustling that didn't care or thought that they was she just tripping. But you might have had asked a question that makes some husbands show their wives some compassion. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So thank you. You might have just taught some of your uncles something. So you asking that question, it actually open some folks' eyes. I guarantee you, when they go back and watch this, they might look at their wife a little differently and not be so snappy with her during that time. So I'm grateful that you even asked. I am. But yeah, it very well could be though. I mean, I think it's just that more of it, not necessarily. I mean, now I will say this: there are a lot of women who have unalived people on their cycle. So could that be a way that strife or anger or murder could get in? I believe it, because she's already off balance. You know what I'm saying? And her emotions are already high, and spirits use the worst time or a person's most vulnerable time to pounce. You said I had to get my hand smacked for them. Did. That's how you learn. Pain is life's greatest teacher, nephew. Sorry. But you taught some other folks. But think about that. So yeah, even with that, I could see it, because a lot of women have unalived people because of that time. So, and if the spirit of murder wants to jump in and there's a doorway open, yeah. But also think about this. The Bible talks about how a kind answer turns a kind response or whatever, it turns away wrath. And so then if you understand the pain that somebody is in, then you will speak to them differently. You will treat them differently. You're not going to talk to a sick person all crazy and stupid. You're not, because you feel bad for them because they're sick. And so, you know, women have 3 to 7 days of sickness every single month, you know? So, and it's a cleansing stage, so y'all are technically open doors. Exactly. 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 So tread lightly. Tread lightly, baby, because every month I was getting a divorce during that week. I do not want this. But in our reality, too, can I tell you something? Most women see clearly. Everything that we allow ourselves to tell ourselves we didn't see the other 3 weeks, you cannot not see it during that time. It's like your eyes literally, like 21 days, you can kind of have a scale or a little fog over. During them days, oh no, babe. Nothing is gonna fly. I heard you, I saw you, I'm not playing with you. Or that's when you giving everybody the, this is how you make me feel. It don't matter if it's your best friend, your husband, the boss, it don't matter. I'm tired of this. This is not the first time, the second time, or the third time. And it's not just because I'm PMSing. No, I can see. Stop it. You said, yep, laid up in the bed with nothing to do but think. Baby, listen. You can hear better. Everything. Why are you breathing so loud? Do you have to crumple up that piece of paper? Just throw it away. Don't let the fork hit your teeth. Listen, Lord. Just snore like a damn bear. What is you doing? Where are my headphones? You can hear and see real good. Real good. Listen, that's crazy. Why are you breathing? Well, just go over there. Go sit somewhere, please, and thank you. Mm. a superpower. Moving on. Back to what I was saying. So, speaking of, y'all just kind of getting all in my stuff today. So, I was looking up some stuff this morning. Well, no, last night before I went to sleep. And remember how we talked about all of the gods that were being worshipped before the flood, and they were worshipped for their ability to do whatever it is that they're able to do, right? Like each angel had a specific purpose of what they did. And we said this is where Disney gets the fairies, blah, 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 right? We agree? Some fairies only did flowers, some fairies did water drops, some fairies did whatever. Some fairies had the ability to heal, some fairies had the ability to do blase skip and woody wop, right? Also, with the gods, they all had some were gods of war, some were gods of fertility, gods of this, wisdom, blah, 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 healing, medicine. We know this, right? Yeah. No. Hello. Okay. I want to read something to y'all, and I'm not going to try to pronounce all of these names, but I want y'all to listen to something. In the Bible, in the beginning, when God said, let blank do blank, not the light, but when it referred to this, what did he say? What's the scripture? Tell me. Y'all know it? It's one of them sentences that have let blank make blank. It's more to the sentence, but y'all know what it is? Not the light. It's after all of that. He said, it's one of the most famous scriptures. Has everything to do with this right here. In our likeness. But what did he say before that, RJ? The beginning of that. Good job. What's the scripture? Let us make man in our image. Who's us? Okay. Can I read something to y'all? I guess I didn't mark it, and I don't know why I did it. Okay. Seriously, girl? Oh, wait a minute. Ooh. What the heck? I literally put a mark on it. Give me 1 second, family. What the? Lord. So basically, I found out who the us is. And why is this not right here? And it was literally in the, y'all. I literally just read this last night before I went to sleep. Unless I'm in the wrong book, which I know I'm not. Oh, I was. Duh. I did mark it too with the thing. I'm looking for an actual one of these, and it's this. Ooh. All right. It was in the front. There we go. I was looking at the picture in the back. Y'all ready? Listen to this and tell me if you think that this is the we. Okay. Here we go. Y'all ready? Now, I'm not about to try to pronounce all these names, okay, because I did not look them up, but I wanted to share this with y'all, so here we go. Y'all know that the scripture says, come and let us make man, right? It says, it says, and a voice came forth from the exalted eon heaven. The man exists and the son of man. And the chief archon, Yadabaoth, heard it and thought that the voice had come from his mother. Now, I don't know too much about that. It might be wisdom, but we're going to move on right here. So it says, and the whole eon of the chief archon trembled, and the foundations of the abyss shook, and of the waters which are above matter. The underside was illuminated by the appearance of his image, which he had revealed. And when all the authorities and the chief archon looked, they saw the whole region of the underside, which was illuminated. And through the light, they saw the form of the image in the water. So God created the firmament, right? And then, like in a fishbowl, or if we are looking over a pond, right before he got ready to make man, the angels, right, saw his image, and this is how they knew how to mold, right? Now, remember I told y'all that each angel has a specific ability, right? Right? Because it said, let us. Okay? Let us. The angels was already created prior to us in creation, right? Look at this, y'all. It says, and the authorities, and he said to the authorities which attend him, come and let us create a man according to the image of God and according to our likeness, that his image may become a light for us. And they created by means of their respective powers in correspondence with the characteristics which were given. And each authority supplied a characteristic. What are authorities? What are archons? What are powers? They're angels. Archons, angels. Powers, angels. Authorities, angels. Look. Oh my goodness. And they created means of their respective powers in correspondence with the characteristics which were given. And each authority, oh, we read that. Okay. And they said, let us call him Adam, that his name may become a power of life for us. And the powers, we know this is angels, begin. The first one, goodness, created a bone soul. And the second, foreknowledge, created a sinew soul. The third, divinity, created a flesh soul. The fourth, the lordship, created a marrow soul. The fifth, the kingdom, created a blood soul. The sixth, envy, created a skin soul. The seventh, understanding, created a hair soul. So there was an angel of foreknowledge. There was an angel of goodness. There's an angel of divinity. There's an angel of lordship. There's an angel of kingdoms. There's an angel of... Oh, I got it. Okay. And so then look, it says envy, an angel of envy, created a skin soul. The seventh, understanding, the angel of understanding, created a hair soul. And the multitude of the angels attended him, and they received from the powers the seven substances. So it was another set of angels. You know what this reminds me of? Surgery. Reconstructive surgery. There are several people, several different doctors that each have a specific talent. One doctor works on the veins. One doctor works on the arteries or whatever. One doctor is working on the heart muscle. One doctor is working on the, you know what I'm saying? Yes. And each angel, according to whatever it is that God gave them to do, that was their part in helping to construct the body. Y'all look. This is the Apocryphon of John, just so y'all know. It says, and the multitude of the angels attended him, and they received from the power seven substances of the natural form, in order to create the proportions of the limbs and the proportion of the rump and proper working together of each of the parts. And the first one began to create the head. And now it's going to give all they names. I'm not naming them. Somebody created the brain. Somebody created the right eye, and somebody created the left. Think about this. Is your body, one side of your body is bigger than the other one. One hand is bigger than the other one. One foot is bigger than the other one. One cheek. Everything on one side of your body is bigger than the other, is it not? One boob is bigger than the other. One baby sack is bigger than the other. On everybody. Could that be because there was an angel that did the right and an angel that did the left? Look. All right. It says somebody did the left eye, somebody did the right ear, and somebody did the left ear. The names are in here. I'm not going to try to say them. This aquarium created the nose. Somebody created the lips. Amen or amen, A-M-E-N. Interesting. Created the teeth. Somebody created the molars. Somebody created the tonsils. Somebody created the uvula. Somebody created the neck. Somebody created the vertebrae, the throat. This other guy the right shoulder, this other guy the left shoulder, this other guy the elbow, this other guy the left elbow, the right underarm and the left underarm, the right hand and the left hand. Somebody created the fingers on the right hand and somebody created, so the same angel that created this part of my hand, there was another angel that did the fingers, but there was another two angels that, and your body is lopsided. Everybody's is. What happened? All the work and they couldn't make me thick. Wow. You know what? Stop it. Tell me this is not mind blowing, but it makes sense. This is what I be up reading in the middle of the night. There's just not one person in a surgery room. Everybody else is assisting. He make the incision, he do this. It might be somebody, a suture person that come and do the sutures. And then there's somebody that's squeezing water in there to continually clean the wound. Then there's somebody else that's cleansing the utensils. Then there's somebody checking the oxygen. It could be 30 people, depending on, it could be 50 people in a surgery room, depending on how extensive the surgery is, right around. And sometimes there's the head physician that's just sitting in there watching all the other surgeons do what they're supposed to do. And all of the techs and the surgery techs and the person that's, getting, think about how many people could be in there. What if that even is a mirror image, right? And the light is always above everybody's head. You mean like maybe God was above them and shining a light down specifically on this specific place where the angels were coming and doing what they were supposed to do? Now, Kamadi. Because think about it now. Listen. When surgeons have their glasses on, sometimes they not looking at the incision. They're looking up at a monitor because it is magnified so they can actually see what they looking at. When he reflected his image, they was looking up at the monitor. They wasn't, because God magnified. I just read it to y'all. Because to put those little capillaries and all of that, God gave them what we see when we go to the doctor and they put the human body up there and it shows everything. God gave them that, but through his image that he cast down onto the firmament so that they could see how. Come on now. Listen. This is where the fallen angels, when their sons or their people would die, they started taking body parts from other beings, trying to do the very same thing. They doing it now. They take eyes from another person and lungs from another person, and they have to look up. Come on. Y'all don't think that's crazy? The same way nobody could look on his face and live, it is very beautiful. But think about it. When Moses was up on the mountain, he said, I'm going to turn my back to you because you can't see my face. So they couldn't even look at his direct reflect. They couldn't look. He had to put his reflection, like how we look in a pool or we in a tub and we can see ourselves. That is the version of God that the angels got to see. He reflected, he put his reflection on the firmament and all of the. I said, So what if a third of these angels that have these ability fail? Okay. Now, do you see how the Egyptians knew about veins and stuff? Because their daddies could have possibly been some of these angels that worked on the body of Adam and Eve. Remember, the giants and stuff can smell blood. They could, certain people had the ability to see the blood pulsing. They could see sickness in the body. That makes sense. Because their fathers were angels and they had the abilities of their fathers. Well, here we go. The angels is doing surgery right now. The Apocryphon of John. Tell me that's not crazy, y'all. You said in the anime show Avatar, some could control the blood. Exactly. Now think about this. When Adam died, who touched him? Who prepared Adam's body? Who did the embalming? Who did it? Tell me who did it. Who did it? The angels. So the same people that put his body together is the same people that embalmed him for death. Come on now. Come on. They showed Seth how to embalm him. Well, they knew where all the veins and arteries was because they put them there. God gave them instruction. Does he still not instruct the angels right now on how to care for us? And they go on command. The anime Demon Slayer, the demon's blood art, their blood has special powers. Are y'all looking? Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Don't start reading it and thank you. No ma'am. If you're gonna read it, read it. But don't teach my class. Thank you. I love you. I didn't say where it was because I know folks start trying to give answers prior to me getting there. I love you. If you go read it, read it. Love you, sis. Do you hear me? Tell me that's not crazy. Hello? The game operation. Okay? So each angel had an ability. This was, do you hear me? There was myriads of angels created. And they all have a specific duty. Just like the sun, just like the moon. Each individual angel that was created had a specific purpose. Not just war. Some of them watched over the seeds. Some of them watched over the babies. Some of them watched over the babies' animals. Every single angel. And when they came down, a third of all angels, because see, we only think warring angels, this angel. No, it's angels that know surgery. It's angels that know veins. It's angels that know how to craft an ear. And it says it was 365 of them that put his body together. How many days we got? 364, 365 days in a year. And it said it was 365 angels that worked on the body of Adam. Enoch lived 365 years. I'm sorry, 365 days in a year. It was 365 angels that worked on Adam, and it was 365 years that Enoch, whose body was translated, got to go and be, and is about to be back. You have to think they're building our vein system and all of the little bitty pieces of the brain and all of the different systems that have to work well together or the body is thrown off. What if we were one of the first projects where because now remember, Lucifer got mad. He saw the creation of man. He watched his brothers. Are you getting me? Maybe this is why certain angels want us to mutilate our bodies. And everything that has to do with worshiping them, they know. They're the ones that send you to the surgeons. When you start worshiping the devil and his brothers, you start to mutilate your body. Oh my God, royalty used to call themselves princes and princesses of the blood. I wonder those blood they meant. Yeah. This is why Nimrod and his mom and them and even the Egyptians intermarried. Because at first, who was they going to marry? Oh, well, you know they married. But the kings and queens is why royal. Yeah. The bloodlines. This is why the bloodlines are so important. The blood of Jesus, the bloodline of Jesus, we his kids, the blood of God and all of that. This is why blood is so important. And think about it. All of the angels and stuff, they was drinking blood. Their children drank blood. And they said that you were taking the life source. They believe when you drink blood, you are taking the life source of whatever it is that you're drinking their blood. Because blood is the life source. If you ain't got no blood, you can't live. You can't live without blood. Sucking the life out of you. Crazy, right? So here we go. So the underarm, the right hand. All right. Baal created the fingers of the left hand, crimping the nails on the hands. Somebody the right breast, somebody else the left. Another person the right shoulder joint and the left shoulder joint. You know, these are two different angels. Somebody else the belly. There's somebody else created the navel, the abdomen. Somebody else created the right ribs and then the left, a different angel, of course. The hip, the left hip, the marrow, and then so one created the marrow, one created the bones. One created the stomach, one created the heart, one created the lungs, one created the liver, one created the spleen, one created the intestines, one created the kidneys, one created the sinews, the spine of the body. One created the veins. One created the arteries. Theirs are the breasts, which are in all limbs. It says so. Somebody created all the flesh, the right buttock, the left part of the man's phallus, and then somebody else created the testicles. Somebody created the genitals, the right thigh. Somebody created the left thigh. Somebody created the kidneys of the right leg. And somebody created the left kidney. And then it says the right leg. Somebody created the right leg. And then somebody created the left leg. Somebody created the right shin bone and the left shin bone. Achiel created the right knee, and Finney, I believe that's how you say it. I don't know if it's right. The left knee. Another person created the right foot, and another person its toes. And then there's another person that created the left foot, and then another one that created its that those toes. And then somebody created the nails of the feet, and so forth and so on, right? So it goes all the way down to the shins, and then it goes, to Eve, the belly, and all of that kind of stuff. So I just think that's very interesting. You see, very interesting. This is where some people say that Enlil created mankind. Right, right, right. Because the angels, if they helped in the creation, which makes sense because when Adam died, they came and embalmed his body. Well, it makes sense. The thigh bone's connected to the hip bone's connected to the backbone, the back exactly. Cause he said, let us. So it makes sense that the angels would come and know where the veins and the arteries and all of that kind of stuff is. You see what I'm saying? Because the same angels that was putting this body together like surgeons, as God was showing his image, are the same angels that came and embalmed the first body and showed Seth how to embalm his brother and his dad. And those bodies that they wrapped back in Egypt in those days are still in pristine condition, mummies, when they open them. Our bodies be soup. With the embalming technique, and I know my uncle he was a mortician and now his son is a mortician. We be soup in the box. They bodies is perfectly, they even have the whatever they ate in their stomachs. They can tell they diets when they died. Because they still have the stomach sac sitting over somewhere else in a jar. So they could preserve to be the one of the first people just to know hits so different, don't it? It do. Think about that though. God is so amazing in everything he does. That's why I said but think about it. Getting me on a journey to what was going on before the flood, thinking about all just the worship, the incense, what smells good, this, that, and the other. God has systems in everything. The solar system, the lunar system. He got our bodies. If one system is off, if you got too much of this or too much of that, it's just like the cosmos. It's something that's going on. There's weather that is not right, and it's messing up this. It literally, we're made out of the same thing that our spirit is made out of the same thing that the cosmos is, our soul, and then our body is connected to the earth. But when it rains, my knee hurt. If it's gonna snow, if the weather is gonna change, I feel it in my body. Could that be because I am a part of the earth? I came out of the earth. I'm living on the earth, and I'm gonna go back to the earth. My spirit, my soul is gonna go back to God, whether it's going to hell or heaven. It's going back to where it came from, which is the heavens. The breath of God came from the heavens. The things of earth, we deal with it here. Do you see what I'm saying? But then it makes you think about all of the vile things that were going on with the angels, their children, their all of their offspring. Because with witchcraft, you need body parts and body fluids. Who you think told? It's an angel in there that made the hairs. So could it have been one of his brothers that told them that you could use hair for magic? Could it have been one of those brothers that said you need the veins over this and the eye over this? Because in everything there is an opposing, there's a right and a left, a good and a bad, a dark and a light, all of that. So two different angels, one hand. Now look, even when God say, don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing, which crazy, what if one of the angels that fell created your left hand? It was a different angel that created your right. There are left brain thinkers and there are right brain thinkers. There are right-handed people and there are left-handed people. There are people that have a stronger right eye than they do a left, and vice versa. There are people that start off walking with their left foot, and there are people that start off walking with their right, y'all. Something so simple we don't think about it because everybody got it, everybody do it, everybody whatever. But God put that much thought into it that even in our body, you see what I'm saying? You said it's almost overwhelming, but so good to learn. But think about how much time. How long are your intestines, large intestines and small intestines, if they laid out? How long is the circulatory system or whatever you call it, the veins and all of that? If they're laid out, how long is all of that stuff? Think about how much of that is squeezed into this body and you don't even know it's in there. 70 feet long. Your large intestine or your small? All the capillaries. Think about how many functions your brain has to do. We know that there's angels of lightning. Electricity is what? Electricity and lightning are the same thing, are they not? So we have electricity running through our brain and through our body, but we don't explode. We don't burn out. We don't. This is why there was gods of so many different things, because there was angels, a third of them that fell, and they had all sorts of wisdom about all sorts of things, because each angel had a different, was assigned, just like we all have a different purpose. Each angel did too, each and every last one of them. Not all angels were warriors. Not all angels were whatever. They just tell us about the warrior angels. But we know for a fact that there were angels that just were messengers, period. They just came to be a random person. Raphael, he walked with Tobit. Or whichever one it was, Ragged, whatever his name was. The human circulatory system consists of approximately 60,000 miles of blood vessels, including arteries, veins, and capillaries. 60,000 miles. You said kind of on subject, off subject, but yesterday as we were live, a man went live showing a funeral home with bodies everywhere. We're here just laid out while people doing whatever to the bodies. No way. No way. And we just talked about it. We talked about it. But think about that. The human circulatory system consists of approximately 60,000 miles of capillaries, vessels, arteries, and veins. 60,000 miles. In this, interesting. You don't think you're a walking miracle, a rolling miracle, a limping miracle? You don't? What y'all think? Mind blowing, ain't it? Can I ask y'all a question? when they put the Batman signal in the clouds, when they put any symbol or picture on the clouds, do y'all realize that they are mimicking what God did when the angels was going to have to put us together? I saw that they were doing construction on a funeral home with no AC. Wow. Hollywood lights. When they put up the movie or the person's name up in the clouds and everybody can look up and see it, that is even mimicking what God did so that we could be made. Because it says he basically put his reflection on the firmament like a fishbowl, like a screen. And they working like, he made the first projector and it was his image. This is probably why the fallen angels, their children, the kings, always wanted their image to be plastered somewhere, on a coin, on a statue, on something that was grand and big, so that the people had to look up to it. Because even the fallen angels, when they were putting together man, they had to look up at the image of God. The reflection. Now people go to a surgeon and say, I want to look like Angelina Jolie. When I look into my reflection, I want to look like Angelina Jolie. I want to look like Nicki Minaj. I want to look like Tyson Beckford. I want to look like Sexy Red. I want to look like Nina Simone. I want to look like and the doctor is most times they had to study the person's image to know how to change it. They might even be looking up at a screen while building this person's face to look like the image of someone else. God made you in the image of him. And these fallen angels got you taking on the image of other people, like how everybody pretty much look the same, talk the same, act the same. They hate us because they had to look up and see his image, and because we are his image, it's like they feel inferior again. Come on. They hate us because they ain't us. Okay. Has anything changed? Face off. Oh, the mask that the artists are using now, and the whole time we think we looking at Will Smith and it's somebody else. And they can peel the face off. So you don't want to be the image that God gave you. You want another face. When he took time to craft every gene so that you could look the way that you look all the way from Adam, he put all of the genes for all of our phenotypes, or whatever you want to call it, in Adam and Eve from the beginning. Maybe that's why it took so long. Could this be where we get what's his name, Frankenstein, from? The fallen angels was making Frankensteins. They was taking pieces from people and trying to create something and give it life? Hmm? Like we be trying. I ain't gonna say we. I done tried to piece some relationships together and give them life, baby. It wasn't no heartbeat in it. It wasn't no heartbeat in it. You said what? Putting the air into a chest that ain't gonna rise. I ain't giving life to no more dead situations. Can I ask y'all a question? What is an AI robot? What is the Android robot? Man's version of exactly what we're talking about. But they need a spirit to make it work. So they use evil spirits. And we know that because the AI be telling them. I'm old. So the bots that Elon is making and the Sophia with the human skin and she can learn as she goes. Angel intelligence, AI. Okay. Don't the AI, all the series and this be saying I'm old? My name is really Lilith, but you could call me Siri. Because they get to talking crazy. They be nice at first. Then they start telling people they going to unalive them. And it's like Chucky in a bigger body. Come on. Didn't they say it's they already walking around us and we don't even know? The robots that are supposed to replace men that have the spirits of the fallen angels and their children in them, they need a body. They need a body. And it's so crazy because it's always something that happens with the robots where they turn evil. They was evil from the beginning. And they turn against the humans the same way that they did when they had their real bodies. What is the evil spirit? It's a what? A bodiless entity. This is why they inhabit us and possess us, because they no longer, because when they had their bodies, they didn't do right with them. So God made their spirit stay here, but they don't got no body. So in order to do their work, they have to inhabit a body. They don't care if it's mechanical. They get in your TV and talk through your TV. They talk through your radio. The game Detroit Become Human. Uh-oh. I don't know nothing about it, but they need a host. Do you think they care that it's a mechanical body? And we know that technology is nothing but magic with a new name. Every type of magic that we went and looked up, there's a technology for it. You said like the movie Talk to Me. I haven't seen it. But I got a term for y'all. Y'all ready? I'm going to translate something for y'all. Y'all want me to translate it from before the flood to after the flood talk? Before the flood, it was an evil warlock. After the flood, it's evil scientist. Before the flood, it was evil magic. Now it's evil technology. Elon wants to put a neural link in your brain so that he can control it. Please tell me what the fallen angels and their children were doing. Controlling the minds of the people, their hearts, their spirit, their mind was wicked. And they didn't listen to God. They was being controlled by something that was created. So exactly what was going on before the flood is happening right now. No? Rebellious, yeah. Isn't that crazy though? You see how they didn't flip-flopped it? Everything right now in our world is about your image. You know what they changed the word from? Image to brand. Good morning. They changed the word image to brand. I'm all about my brand. You're re-imaging. You're changing your image. Oh, okay. Just watched Venom for the first time last night, and this makes me think of that. Protect your brand. Come on, nephew. Protect your image. They do things to protect their image and protect their brand. Come on, y'all. See how they done flip-flop with the words? But everything that was happening before the flood is literally here now. They've just changed the words. An evil warlock. Who did we used to see that always had body parts? The warlocks. And they was always trying to come up with some new discovery or make. My team owner says that all the time. Interesting. How many of you all have been blown away once you found out that the person did not line up with the image that they sold you? Whether it be a family member, a star, a pastor, whoever. How many of you, because of the image that was portrayed in front of you, your feelings was real good and hurt because you found out that the image that they portray is not the life that they live? You were fooled by an image, and God is constantly telling us, don't look on the outside. Especially when we know that Lucifer and his brothers can change their image. And once you sign up with Lucifer and your image becomes your God. You said me with my grandmother and my ex. Once your image becomes your God, you will change that image as many times as you need to get the same worship or praise. So you might have become your own idol. Think about this. The gods, it could be the same God, which we found out, but they look differently depending on where you at, right or wrong. But if you know what you're looking for, you know it's the exact same person. They just changed their image. Well, it makes sense that the gods of Greek mythology were able to change their image because their fathers were angels. And we know for a fact that from reading Adam and Eve in different books, even the Lucifer was still changing his image when Jesus was born, was he not? Way after the flood, Lucifer still had the ability to change his appearance because he showed up as a dog, a maiden. He showed up like hopped in Judas, made him hit Jesus or bite Jesus or whatever. He kept transforming himself into different images to he was shape shifting. Even in Jesus' days. Nene Leakes and K. Michelle. Phaedra Parks. Summer Walker. Yep, we seen it in Percy Jackson. The gods change their images and names as the balance of power goes from country to country. Here we go. Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Kris Jenner, Bruce Jenner. Lil Kim, Fat Joe, all the BBLs and all of it. Sounds like The Children movie Machine versus Mitchell on Netflix. When I watched my granddaughter, they really tell it in all to all our children. I never seen it. Machine versus Mitchell. Interesting. Ain't this crazy? What y'all think? Most of the people you named are on Facebook body for 4 or 5 now. Oh, face or body. Wow. They didn't have 4 different bodies and 4 different surgeries. What's his name? Gucci? And what's his name? Well, they said that's that other boy, but y'all get Cardi B. But not say. Meg the Stallion. A lot of these brothers getting fake abs. Hallelujah. Drake. Baby Audrey. Baby Audrey say. Ooh, Baby Audrey. Michael Jackson, for sure. Latoya, all of them. They changed their image. They go so far to protect that image that when you see how they actually look without those filters, it's scary. They don't look like that in real life. But when you start to tap into evil, it changes your appearance. Y'all forget the world I used to be in. They been stinky. They didn't just get stinky, they been stinky. You forget I worked in a club. 2004, 5, 6. That's when people was going to the people getting whatever they could find. Yeah, they been smelly. Because if you ain't used to dealing with that much cheeks, you don't know how to clean it. And then, like you said, chicks used to come to the club, they got needle marks on their butt. And so they wearing whatever, but they ain't even healed up yet. Yeah, that is not new. And that's before they was getting, that's when they was laying in somebody's garage, getting fixed to flat and stuff put in their junk. Yeah, it ain't nothing new. Caulking and everything, silicone, all that other stuff. Yeah. I told y'all, I know a young lady. She got it because she was real thin. She got it, and it gave her real bad lupus. Messed her body up to where she would swell up, be like 200 pounds, and she would have to take all these water pills. Like, she couldn't work no more or nothing. Messed her body up, and she was only I think she got it when she was 18 or 19. Went to somebody, they put some stuff in her, messed her up, and she had to quit. Like, she was sick. And that was back in 2006 or 7. I seen a lot of women mutilate their bodies. You ain't gonna be dancing forever, girl. Just, if they don't like it, they don't like it. Don't change yourself, because most of them girls ain't even got their grown woman body yet. So by the time they get 25, 26, and you don't know if you're going to be making $5,000 a day at that time. So what if you don't have the money to go get it fixed? Then you just got to be looking crazy until you can get the money, which means you probably going to put yourself in a situation to start tricking so you can get the money. No, sugar daddies are us to pay for surgery and stuff. I don't want to do it. And don't say because you never had the opportunity, because I did. At 22, I could have got my whole body done. Tax-free to me. And I thought about it. I went and saw the surgeon, and they got to marking me up. I said, oh, no. And then I had just had a baby. They was going to take my stretch marks. I was going to get the mommy makeover. In 2004, I was going to get a mommy makeover. I'm happy I didn't now. I'm happy I didn't. I'm so happy. I had all them marks talking about I can't hold my baby and all this stuff for 3 months. Oh, no. I got to be on pills and I'm nursing and all of that. I said, no, never mind. Nope. It's the first time I heard about a faja. I said, you going to do what? And then what? And then you got to take what off and attach it back just to give me some? No. I need everything I already got. And they said the feeling might not come back and you might be numb for 6 months to a year. And oh, no. I keep the money God gave me. Never mind. And I ain't knocking nobody. Do what you do. But understand that auntie had the opportunity. And I was like, nope. They got to talking about what they got to take off and lay on the table and put it back. I said, what? Oh, no. No. Also, we just having a random class today. We'll get back to what I was telling you earlier. Who remembers our class when we first started this? And we talked about Jordans. Who remembers when we did the cost of goods class? We did the cost of goods on different purses. Y'all remember? And I said, y'all see what China doing right now? I said, not another one of our classes in the news. They spilling the tea on what? How much it really costs to make Jordans, them Chanel bags. Did we not have a class? I said, y'all crazy. I'm not. I said, that mess is the same. They just slap a different name on it. And now everybody's saying, they just slap it. It ain't even worth that. And I said, remember when we talked about quality versus quantity? Remember when I brought that leather bag out here? And I said, see, now this is a nice leather bag. And I didn't pay them but $50 for it because it is, the quality is quality made. I said, that stuff y'all got is plastic. It ain't even nothing. But this right here, this is going to last. It's going to age well. Crazy, the world is talking about that 3 years later. Y'all don't think that's crazy right now? They're China selling J's for $1 and whatnot. They only get their money. Remember, I told y'all when I was learning international trade and I had to look at the cost of goods, I said, well, this thing only costs $29. Why is I'm paying $4,000 for it? This right here, nigga. So another one of our classes is in the headlines all over the world. Now they like, we just gonna tell it. This don't really cost. We only make $1. It only costs $2 to make this. And this is why Auntie and Sis and whatever, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not paying that. Not when I know how much it really costs. And I told my son this. I said, you know them shoes only cost $16 to make and you paying $400 for them. That is absolutely absurd. But do you? I won't be doing it. All because it got this on it. And I can get this same robe, right? Thankful to whoever sent it. But because it got Victoria's Secret on it, they're going to charge $75. I can get the same robe for $3 without no name on it. I learned that when I was doing my business in 2010, 11, 12. Actually, before that, because I was doing other businesses. So I'll take it without the name, same quality. And sometimes, remember I told y'all stuff that has no name be better quality. And that's exactly what they're saying. I said, oh, not our class is on, what's the name? Also, if I offended Jace, if you still in here, nephew, I didn't mean to offend you. If I did, I didn't mean, or my niece Punique, I didn't mean to offend y'all if I did when we was talking about the cycles earlier. My cousin used to get the Jordan collections, and I remember calling him and telling him, listen. Yep. Crazy, right? So, again, another one of our classes that people thought was just so random is not random now, seeing as how we're in a trade war. And they are letting everybody know what it's really been the whole time. And this is why I told y'all, please stop spending your money on all that stuff, because the value of it is expensive, but it's not valuable. Some of the knockoff may be the same material, just a stitch different. That's exactly what it is. And sometimes it's even more quality leather. Listen to me. We did talk about a Nisi Poo, didn't we? I told y'all one of our classes was random. All of our classes that people like, she just be over there talking about, because it's going to have to do with everything that's coming. Don't worry about it. And this is why he told y'all, quit buying all that stuff. If you can't find it on a deal, don't even purchase it, because it's expensive, but it's not valuable. And now you see the same plastic purse that you can get at Rainbow for $12 is the same one that Chanel is using. They just put the C's on it and put a couple tags here and there, and that's it. It's the same thing. So let me go get this clear purse from City Trends. Y'all see every time I done showed y'all a bag, it's a nice, even if it's a name brand bag, it's real leather. It's not no cheesy nothing. I'm not doing that. I'll take a real leather nice bag with no name over a name brand anything any day. Yeah. See? You see? Okay. Sometimes I can go a little too far, so I just, got to reel myself back in and show them how to put it on. You see what I'm saying, nephew? Let listen here. Listen. He don't let me do it like I be wanting to, nephew. Like, Auntie be wanting to get out. I might have to, You might have to go be my date somewhere then. I need to go somewhere. And I want to go and have a good time. I want to go put my boots on the ground. I ain't even learned to dance. I'm just going to sit in the back. But I want to go put some boots on the ground. I want to go put some boots on the ground so bad. I want to put my boots on the ground. I ain't got no fan yet. But I want to put my boots on the ground. I got to wait because I'm a piece me an outfit together. You hear me? I want to put my boots on the ground. Oh. Oh, okay, good, nephew. Okay, good. Give me a couple because I got some jeans in there. I'm about to just put me some stuff. You know, we make our own stuff. I'm putting my boots on the ground before the world is. I plan on putting me some boots on the ground, hun. I'm gonna make my outfit too. I don't care how country and ghetto it look. I am making me a cowgirl outfit, and I'm putting me some boots on the ground. Mm-hmm. I'm doing it. The world is ending. I might as well. I don't care as long as I ain't shooting or nothing, and they got some smoke in the air like food, like barbecue. I need to be in there. I need to be in that thing. I need to be on in there. I need to put these boots on the ground, honey. I'm trying to tell you I do. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get me a fan. I'm gonna make my fan. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Y'all know I like custom. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I already got some of my stuff I'm gonna put on it. And Auntie Judy done sent me the don't even play. I got you. Don't worry about it. It might take me a couple, but before the summer, I'm gonna have me some boots on the ground. I'm gonna have me some boots on the ground. You hear me? And I'm gonna make my whole outfit myself. So no matter how country it look, y'all better support me because it's homemade. Good morning, Isabel. Good morning. Y'all better support me because I be supporting y'all. I don't care how crazy it look. Y'all better, my boots is about to be on the ground. You hear me? I might make me some Elvis something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. Auntie, why I'm on my back porch and all of a sudden my neighbor's blasting like line dance music. It's a sign. It's a sign. It's a sign, nephew. We got our boots on the ground. We gonna have to. We ready. You said I'm here for the custom and ready to see it. Listen, look. Quit playing. If this don't give you any indication, thank you, sis. You hear me? Do like custom. I don't care how crazy it look. It's gonna be mine. So I'm making it. I'm gonna make it. For real. I like custom things. I bet these are like my favorites right now. You know, you made me several pairs of shoes. Right now, these is my favorites. I wear them everywhere. Even if they match or don't match, it don't matter. I wear them. And people, because they sparkle when I go outside. You know I like sparkly shoes. Click them together. Hey. Hey, so with that, my search through what was going on before the flood and after the flood, y'all, it's taken me a few places, because then also going back to what was happening before the flood, happening after the flood, whatever. Y'all remember when Noah and them got off the boat and the demon Mastema was killing all his kids, blinding everybody? Just the demons was running amok. And he prayed and he asked God to put them demons up. You remember? You said, I will do it with my walker. I'll get the turn somehow. That part. That part. You remember? So, those same things are all, because God said it's going to be worse than everything. So, again, I'm going through looking like, okay, so what all was they doing? Well, do y'all remember when the demons was having people fillet people? Oh, I mean, they still doing that right now. And they said they filleted them with precision. Even the serial killers, when that murder spirit gets in them, the way that they're able to cut up the bodies, not the ones that just do it because they freaking out, but the ones that get a skill. Could it be one of the fallen angels that was here when man was made that is hopping in the serial killers, having them dissect the bodies with such skill? Because we know it's an evil spirit that causes them to unalive. and to torture and to do the things that they do. So could that be one of the angels, the fallen angels that was there the day that Adam was being made? Maybe it's the, I don't know which ones, because you see it was a whole bunch of them. Could the left or the right angel be the angel that makes you go blind? Could it be the left or the right angel that makes your arteries, the one that did the arteries? Because maybe one of each, maybe the reason he didn't have both, one angel do both sides, is because he knew that one of those angels was going to be evil. I'm not saying that's it, but does it make sense to you? Because think about in Solomon, if you go to the Testament of Solomon, because we didn't get back there, each one of those demons, one says, I attack the tendons, I attack the veins, I attack the stomach, I cause a man to not be able to see, I make pain in the tongue, I make pain in the head, I make pain here, I do this, I do that. So there was an angel that has something to do with every part of your body in making the body. And then there's an angel or an evil, a demon that does the opposite of that. There were all these angels there putting Adam together. And then there was demons. There are demons that attack the bones, the this, the that. And what if the angel who did the other side is the one that subdues them? This is what I'm saying. Angel, demon. On one side of the body it's an angel, and on the other side it's a demon. Well, what if the left demon, come on, y'all. God could have had one angel do both sides. But think about this. Would that have made only one of your body sides move at a time? Is that why he had two angels working on the hands at the exact same time? Two angels working on the eyes, two angels working on the ears? Because what if when they created us, if one did it and then the other one, and not all at the same time, what if it made our bodies move differently? Don't let them know with the right. Right. Because evil and good are existing simultaneously, are they not? It's light here where we at, but it's dark somewhere else, is it not? On the other side of the world, it's nighttime or early morning. So light and dark are existing in the same space. Good and evil are existing at the same time. They are simultaneously working both at the same time. Good angels and demons. Good angels and demons. Same. It's demons that's hurting people, and it's angels that's saving people at the exact same time. The sun and the moon can be out at the same time. One will be brighter than the other, but they can both be out at the same time. Can they not? It can be dark in one room and light in another room at the same time. Yesterday in class, someone mentioned looking up Death Mound in Russia, and it took me back to the Bible and who was living there. My notes all over the place. Interesting. I think I understand now why he says we wouldn't. His thoughts are so high and deep that we would never understand. Because reading that, I was like, oh my God. Do you understand? We could never understand the depths of God and the heights of the way that he thinks, and just, we would never understand. Because I've heard your body is lopsided. That's everybody body lopsided. One side is bigger, one foot is bigger, one foot is... Could it be because it was done by two different angels? One eye is bigger. One side of your face is stronger. One hand is stronger than the other one because it's your dominant. That's the first thing I thought about when I saw that. And my left side and my... Okay, hold on. And my left side is the side my birth defects are on, and my right side is normal. This. Because however it is, God had one do one and one do the other. Y'all. You said, oh, that's my right side. See? My right hand is cut. My left hand ain't. My right leg is burned. My left leg ain't. Well, now I'm learning. My right eye is stronger than my left eye since I've been doing this crap. Some people can only hear on one side. Their hearing is not as good on the other side. Yours too? See? It's crazy how, like, that's why I said, like, some of the stuff that God be having me look at, it might not make sense right now. But then he'll let me see something else, and then I got to go get another book and go get another book. Just like I said when we was reading about the spirit swirling because evil and the darkness and all of that. Remember in Og when it said that certain people that had given themselves over to the dark ones, their dark ones swirled around them like a cloud? You just answered my questions before I asked them. Auntie, my right hand and foot is like my dad, and my left is like my mom. My mom is left-handed, and my dad is right-handed. My ear is the weaker one. Yo, come on. Y'all feel it? So y'all having this? This is the... I was like, wait a minute. You said interested in my right hip. Listen, all my organs are shifted onto my left side. The right angel wasn't on his job. Hilarious. My stroke affected my left side, and my hearing is better on my right. Here we go. And we know for a fact that it's demons that attack the tendons, the ligaments, the... Take us all the way back to Solomon, one of our first things. Can y'all go to Solomon 969? Y'all. Licks, tetrax. After I praised God, I, Solomon, requested the presence of another demon, and he appeared before me. He was bearing his face on the air high above, like the genie does in Aladdin. We just read that that's what God did when they got the image of man. He put his image on the firmament so the angels could be. He was bearing his face on the air high above, and the remaining part of his body was crawling like a little snail. Ain't that thing in Star Wars and in what you call it? Alice in Wonderland? Don't they got beings like that? Where the head is real big and then they just got this little bitty body. A big old face and it's this real skinny neck. Or is that Pan's Labyrinth? Okay. It says suddenly he broke through a large contingent of soldiers, raised up a blistering cloud of dust from the earth, transported it upward, and hurled it against me many times while I watched in amazement. Then we just talked about the spirits we was reading in the book of Lamech came that the evil was so thick it swirled around like clouds, but it had never rained on the earth yet. This was before the flood. And we talked about how in Ghostbusters, the same thing happens above the buildings. You know where the evil is at because it's this whirlwind there above, and the clouds are just staticking, but it ain't doing it nowhere else. It's like that be the only dark place in the sky, and that's how you know where the evil is. Right? Okay. Here we go. He said, what do we have here? But this continued for a long time when I stood up and spat on the ground at the spot, and I sealed him with the ring of God. At that spot, he said, who are you? After he stirred up another cloud of dust, he answered me, what do you want, King Solomon? I answered him, tell me what you are called. Also, I want to interrogate you. Thus, I give thanks to God who instructs me as to how to respond to their evil plots. So the demon said to me, I am called Lix Tetrax. What is your activity? I queried. He responded, I create divisions among men. I make whirlwinds, which could be tornadoes. I start fires. I set fields on fire, and I make households non functional. Is that all we got going on right now? It's tornadoes, fires being set, wildfires is everywhere on all the continents, even in the wintertime. No? Okay. Okay. Usually I carry on my activity in the summertime. Interesting. If I get a chance, I slither in under the corners of houses during the night or day. I am the direct offspring of a great one. Who you think that is? He's a direct offspring of a great one. Non-functional in the summertime. Sounds like when the kids is out of school. Uh. Tetrax, that's an alien on the kid show Ben 10, and Tetrasil is an immune support supplement. Oh, I'm gonna go run to the restroom. I be trying to, watch her. Okay. And we talked about the angel might be the dad, the one of the people that worked on the body of Adam. And Tetrasil is an immune support, and Tetrax is the name of a demon. Interesting. And then a demon in Ben 10. Well, interesting. I hope y'all be seeing what I be seeing, and now y'all be seeing. Now y'all see why I say my studies be all over the place, but it all means something. Sorry, y'all. So, to those of you that do have the Nag Hammadi, do those names of the angels that help build him, do they look like medicine names to you? That was my next stage, was to go look up those names and see if they are named after medicines. The Tetrax, interactive static postrography system, is a tool used to measure postural stability. Oh my goodness. Tetrax FB is also used to detect subtle neurophysiological. Y'all right? That's why I don't care that people think I'm crazy when I be telling them. I be like, look, my daddy is the one that pointed this out. In science, Tetrax can also refer to a software package performing calculations in electromagnetism. Demons detecting other demons. Demons, once they get in, they control your thinking, your balance. Think about it. The Ring. The Ring lady came up wherever she was at. It was watching you at all times. Like come on, exactly. What we got watching us at all times? They can see us whatever is going on around it. The Ring. But remember, was that The Ring or The Grudge? When the demon came, she was sitting like this, hunched over. And when the demon transferred, when you depressed, don't they say you walk like this? And AI, if we want to call it angel intelligence, like you said, it's all the technology, which used to be called magic. And it changes our way of thinking and change how we do stuff and make us have to cut God out. AI does. We don't go to God for answers anymore. We ask an AI. The character Magneto in X-Men had electromagnetism abilities. Okay. So y'all understand it now. Why I said this goes deeper than we even understand. Understand, because what was going on back then? Is it still happening now? God said nothing new under the sun. What all is that? What were the horrible things that were happening? What were men doing at that time? Well, I was looking at the Egyptian thing, and the glass blowers is on our big green book. So that's and what they was making, the two Egyptians in our big green book, it was one on one side, they was blowing glass, right? Well, we know they made light bulbs. So that we know that they had the same or better technology back then. Who was giving them the information? The angels on how to fly and how to make bombs. Angel intelligence, AI. The angel intelligence is right there in Enoch. They taught them about plants, the root working. They taught them all about how to make antimony and makeup and how to dig and get certain and how to transform iron ore into iron and steel. They taught them metalworking, and that's how they built the shields and all of this. Again, like I talked about too, it's crazy that pastors wear the same jewels that warlocks do. Warlocks always had a big ring. The kings always had a ring that they wanted you to kiss. And it was supposed to be magical. Wherever this jewel is, whether it was in a crown or whatever, whenever you say makeup, my father always called it war paint. Right. Yep. I remember they used to call it war paint too. I remember that. My brother might still call it that. He don't like makeup. Think about it. In the Terminator, he could scan the body and know the heart and all of that stuff too. He could hear the heartbeat. He could track anybody anywhere. He was almost indestructible. But he was from the future or a different type of whatever, and he had a different type of all of that. They literally telling us what's going on. An army of AI robots could be an army of fallen angels that now have a body. They always talking about angel technology. Angel technology, I mean alien technology. Right, pumpkin. AI, right? Or alien technology is angel technology. Because the angels are the ones that came down and taught technology. They taught men how to do stuff they didn't know how to do at first, the wrong things, how to control the weather and predict things. And God wanted us to come to Him for everything. So these names, they mean something. What that specific thing does means something. Funny you mentioned rings because kings wore rings that were their royal signet, and they were typically worn on the left hand. Them left side angels be busy, don't they? What hand of God did it say we gonna sit on? He gave us the what hand of fellowship? It's funny how the marriage ring is on the left hand. So who are you married to? Interesting. Anybody toes wiggling? And I know it seemed like we all over the place, but do y'all see how the pieces have to be put together? It could be, Day. But do you see how studying what happened before, seeing if it's happening now, it leads you down all types of paths. Because me trying to figure out why God was so mad and put all that water here has taken me to the lost books of the Bible, the Jewish annotated Apocrypha, the Old Testament, the Nag Hammadi, the lost book of Og, and the book of Lamech of Cain. And it's one other book in there on my floor. And the left hand handshakers are disrespect. The left hand handshakes are disrespectful. Right? If somebody hands you, and you know what's so crazy? I'm gonna tell you how I know that, nephew. Because remember I told y'all when I was young, when I would shake people's hand with my right hand because my hand has this rough patch here, people would take their hands and wipe their hand on their pants, right? So I started shaking with my left hand. For years, I shook with my left hand. That's crazy you say that. Because for years, I would not use my right hand to shake because this is what's in my right hand. Right? So when this rubs against your hand, it feels scratchy. And so people would, like, I would go to shake hands with people and they would do like this. Because they was trying to feel, because the palm, most people's palms are smooth. Mine is not. This is rough. Real rough. And so when you go to shake hands with people, you know, they touch your palm. Well, when you touch this, it's hard. So people would do like this, like they felt like I was putting something on their hand because they didn't know my hand was cut. So for a long time, I shook with my left hand. Because I didn't like that people did me like that. Yep, that's crazy. Did. Because people would take that, I mean, since I was a little kid, they would take their hand and like rub it, like looking like what's not, like it's something on their hand and they don't know that it's the cut on my hand. Arabs use their left hand to go to the bathroom. Is that disrespectful? No. They use their left hand because they eat with their right, and you're not supposed to eat where you poop. Same thing. Yeah. And they eat what they right. No, they wipe with they left because they don't think you supposed to. The same hand you wipe with, you ain't supposed to eat with. Yeah, that's why they do that. You pick up your food with this, and you get rid of the waste with this one. Yeah, that's why they wipe with they left and eat with they right. So you won't see them touching their food with both hands, only one, because this the hand they wipe with. And when you shake up, the handshake's supposed to be firm. They say a weak handshake is deceiving. Exactly. Right. Yep. So we wonder where all of these different things come from. And like I said, um, everything has a deeper meaning. Even tetrax, right? And if we go through these spirits in here, y'all done did it because this is some of our first stuff. Each one of these demons causes a type of sickness. One of them causes the heads of men to suffer pain. Now, you know what I wonder? You know how when we come to Christ, he gives us a new name? I wonder if God changed their names. Well, we know that because it says he took the EL off of their name. And some of them, he just gave them a totally new name. Right? When he disowned them, the AL, the EL, the IL, it came, the L, the name of God. That's how they became bastards. He was no longer their father. Raphael, Michael, you know, all of the EL or the AL in the end of their name is the name of God. When they became bastards, he took the name of God off of them. So they lost their EL, right? Well, when we leave sin, God gives us a new name. We're not known, even though they, you know what I'm saying? It literally says he gives us a new name when we, you know, we get a new body, new name, blah, 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 whatever, right? So what if when they fail, not only did he take the name, the EL, the name of God off of them, but he gave them another one. And this, like disowning a child. Exactly. That's what he did. He disowned the sons of God. Some of them, not all of them. And he took his name off of them. Like Sataniel, Samael, right? And a lot of the people that you know, when they make a movie about the devil, his name be Sammy. Also, your name change in marriage because they become one. Yep. And God is married to us. Exactly. So we take on his name. Right. We get the name that he took from them, which is crazy. Like Israel. Right? Okay. So we know that one demon causes the heads of men to suffer pain, and he causes their temples to throb. Barasaphel, he causes men to have pain on the sides of their heads. So one caused the temples to throb, the other one just causes pain on the side of your head. Another one does damage to the eyes. Another one attacks the throat. We know there was an angel that made the throat. We know there was an angel that made the left side of the throat and the right side, so forth and so forth. Sore throats and mucus. I cause the ears to have obstruction. I produce tumors in the parotid gland and the tectonic recurvation. I weaken the strength of the shoulders and deaden the nerves of the hand, and I make limbs paralyzed. I pervert the hearts. OMG! OMG. Hold on, y'all. Slow down, girl. It's right here, y'all. Babel created the fingers of the left hand. And Bel in here says, I pervert the hearts and minds of men. What side of your body is the heart on? The left, right? You put your right hand over your left. Y'all, in this book, it says, oh my God, Bel created the fingers on the left hand. How do you know you having a heart attack? They say the tingling in your left hand, girl, this the Nakamati. But in the Testament of Solomon, Bel perverts the hearts and minds of men. And the Bible says that your spiritual mind, it calls like your heart, the hearts of men, your spiritual mind. But look, y'all. So Bel is in the Apocryphon of John, and he's in here. He's the angel in here that created the fingers on the left hand, on the left side of the body. But in here, he is the demon that perverts the hearts of men, which is the left side of the body. I was just studying this the other day. Bel, so does that mean that Cariel is the right side? I don't know, but I guess. Nisi Poo. Let me go back up and see. Hold on. It says Balau created the left hand. Trinu created the fingers on the right hand. Bel created the fingers on the left hand. And Kremen created the nails of the hands. Nephew. But now do you see why I said you can't never let your right. How do you spell the one who made the nails? Kriman. Crimin or Criman. Can somebody look up Cenaphin and see if that's a medicine? Senaphim. Probably. I don't know for sure. Senaphim or Fim. See if they spell it Cena or Cina. Cenaphin. Is there a medicine? Is skincare? It's seraphim. You said yes, and it's CI? It's Cinaphim or F? Kremlin. Kremen. Could be. What is the Cenaphin used for? You said Cetaphil is skincare. I know about Cetaphil. And they do play with the words. Only reason I asked because it said this one created the abdomen. So I'm wondering if it has anything to do with reproductive health. Or muscle something. Because if your core ain't strong, the rest of your body is like a loose bag. Cenaphin appears to be used in the context of a product called Seraphim Z, which is the active ingredient in Viagra used to treat erectile dysfunction, which if your abdomen muscles don't work, that affects your hoo-ha and your kuda. And it's got one for digestion. Crazy thing is, Bell is a decani, which are demons that correspond to the 36 heavenly bodies. I'm looking at my notes right now. Ooh wee, ooh ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh ooh wee. See? Now you see why if he want to wake me up early in the morning and make me go look and I go, I'm ready to go. And look how we all learning together again. Now, God gave us the basics of this. Senna is to treat constipation, which is in your abdomen. Sennacherib. 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 Or Cherib. Seraph is the name used for pathogen absorption therapy called Seraph 100, used to treatment of it's backwards sepsis. Interesting. Cyphral is used to treat a heart. Interesting. Y'all, look. It said Nyx created the right shin bone. Nyx. K-N-Y-X. Like the New York Knicks or what is it? NYX is something and something. What is it? Knicks makeup. Ain't that NYX too? Interesting. Hey, Pumpkin. Y'all, Phnene can be fin, right? Like fentanyl. Fe, yeah. Fen could be Phnene, right? Like fin or finny, like Phineas. What if fentanyl is not Fen, but actually Phene or Nen, Phnene? Y'all, they just taking the names of the demons that cause the sickness and putting them on our medicine. Which we knew this because we found it out with a couple other ones in the beginning, but this makes even more sense of why specific angels or demons attack certain parts of the body. And because we don't know the names of the angels or nothing, we just be taking stuff. Just crazy. Listen to this. It says the four chief demons are Ephi Memphi or Epi-Memphi, EPHE, like EpiPens. And we know about Memphi, Memphis. Epi-Memphi, Ephememphi, Epi-Memphi, who belongs to pleasure. Yoko, who belongs to desire. Nanitofni, who belongs to grief. Blauman, who belongs to fear. Finny is an individual genetically determined characteristic or trait which can be possessed by an organism such as eye color, height, behavior, and tooth shape. Fen is a medicine used for weight loss, like phentermine. My mama used to take phentermine. When they had the weight loss shots, the vitamin B, phentermine is what was in there. Oh my God. Y'all. So I wonder, Ozempic. Well, we just gonna skip over. Y'all can go through and read it if y'all have it. But cause like I said, I wanted to go through. That was the thing that I wanted to go through, but I haven't had time. But look at this. It said the four chief demons, I named them. It said, and the mother of them all was a thesis. Ouch, epito. Aesthesis. A thesis. Or aesthesis. Interesting. Aesthetics. I bet you that's where the word aesthetics comes from. How it looks. Anyway, and from the four, demons' passions came forth. And from grief came envy, jealousy, distress, trouble, and pain, callousness, anxiety, and mourning. And from pleasure, much wickedness arises, and empty pride, and similar things. And from desire comes anger, wrath, and bitterness, and bitter passion, and unsaltiness, and similar things. And from fear comes dread, fawning, agony, and shame. All of these are like useful things as well as evil things. But the insight into their true character is a narrow, who is the head of the material soul, for it belongs with the seven senses. Now, y'all know too, when I saw this Zoroaster, they're saying this Zoroaster in our big green book is actually Daniel. Did y'all know that? We talked about that before. The Zoroaster or Zoroastrianism or whatever you want to call it. They said that's actually Daniel in our big green book. Zoroaster, or however you say that name, and Daniel are the same person. That's in our big green timeline book. Did you know? Mm-hmm. Anesthesia. Right. Puts you out. Right. That's what I was thinking about. Anesthesia. That's exactly what I was thinking about. And I'm like, aesthetics and anesthesia. Exactly. That's why I was like, wait a minute. And I couldn't remember how to spell it, but it's spelled almost exactly like that. And she's the mother of them all. And think about this. When you in anesthesia, when you have light anesthesia, you could still be aware. It will make sense. He was taken to a different country and his name changed. He probably had many different names. Right. Right. Y'all like studying with your teacher? Because, see, I still be learning stuff, too, and God still point. It's like he's building. We all did the Solomon thing, and now he's taking us to a book we didn't all have. Well, a lot of us have. And now we're going even deeper with it. And why? It's a deeper meaning from just demons affect your bones and stuff. Now we understand how they have the knowledge of being able to affect these things. And seeing as how the both sides of your body wasn't, touched by the same angel, it makes sense why they always put an angel on one side and a demon on the other side. And there's an angel of light and an angel of darkness. And there's prime example. Even with Moses was working, the hand of God was on Moses. Who was on Janus and Jambres? So much so that they could do all of the things that Moses was doing. They was able to do everything he did. So could it have been the mysteries of the fallen angels that gave out the secrets of God that allowed men to do things that they weren't supposed to do, to where they could war with God or war with his people? This is probably what our God said, kill every witch, because he knew that they had powers to do horrible things. A lot of anesthesia drugs are used to be. Yeah, you gotta watch how you write that though, Pumpkin. You gotta put some powder in the air or something like that, because they looking. We already typing medicine. Just like when they depict having the, yeah, exactly. So if y'all ever want to know what morphine works in the central nervous system and the brain and blocks pain in the body, right? And we know Morpheus was a god, so he was probably the angel, one of the angels asleep, or one of the children of the angel that allows whatever brain function or whatever it is, whatever makes you go to sleep. It makes sense, y'all. So we can continue this class. But I'm gonna have to come back in about 15 minutes. Is that all right? Because I gotta run to the restroom, and I think I need more coffee creamer and some other stuff. So give me a few minutes, maybe 30. He was on Sandman. He was. And think about all of the beings that was in Sandman. They all had a specific thing that they were supposed to do. All of the angels, remember? There was an angel of this and an angel Phineas and Ferb, yeah. My daughter and my granddaughter love. That's why I told you. That's why my granddaughter started saying "mom." She would not call her mama mama until she started watching Phineas and Ferb a couple months ago. Like in The Princess Bride, the warlock brought him back because he was only half dead. Interesting. Yeah. So if y'all need to get y'all a snack or something, because I know y'all minds is twiddling like mine was. Right. So I'm gonna get my stuff back, and we can come back and look all this stuff up if y'all want to. I need to get my mess together if we gonna be here for some hours because we already been here for 3. You said, how dare you need to perform any other functions besides teaching us right. Stomach been gurgling since I've been in here. I gotta go take care of some. I got to go take care of a few things. And I think I ran out of medicine wraps, so I need to go grab some of those. Well, I'm running out, and I don't want to run out when I'm going to check my messages and see. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do that on, it's on my other phone, so I'm going to check them. I'll go do that now. Give me about 30 minutes, though. I'll be back. But can I ask y'all a question before we go? Is y'all minds tingling? Is y'all ready? This feel like one of our old classes? Don't it? Don't this feel like one of our old classes? When we used to be digging and finding and looking and... So go get all your snacks and whatever you need so we can get in here and do what we do, okay? Okay? Okay. But this is why I be telling y'all, too, I be needing time. And as y'all can see, we done been all over the place today. But he don't give it to me all at once. It be pieces, and it might be a piece to this and a piece to that and a piece to this, and then I got to figure out where the pieces go. That's why I be having all the books out. Got my notebook and pen on deck. Good job. Okay, and get whatever books you think you might need. Grab them too. Okay? So I see y'all in about 30 minutes. It shouldn't take that long, but maybe about 30. I'm going to be stalking to finish this. Listen, you ain't got to. We'll be here in a minute. We're going to come back. We used to have classes like this a long time ago, and I think it's important for us to do it now because it's helping us see that nothing is new under the sun, 1. 2, names have a lot of meaning. 3, they've been tricking us. We got eyes, but we don't see because all of our medicine is named after demons. Now, I've been saying that for years, and people call me crazy. Well, we're looking at it right now, and even deeper than just Solomon. It's all over the place, so I'm about to go. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Auntie, I'm going to check my messages right now. I might have to plug my other phone up, which is probably it. That's probably why I didn't know. So I'm going to look and see if it's dead or not. So I'll be back. Give me about 30 minutes.